I'm just looking for us to make sure that we fulfil our potential this year, and that is the most important thing.
Well, Nigel, we head into our first international break of the season after the Cardiff game. Your reflections on the season to this point?
Well, I mean, I think we could be in a much better position than we find ourselves in terms of points, but performances have been generally okay. Yeah, I mean, I think how the squad's shaping up as well. I said before, it's not going to be a quick fix, but I'm happy with how the players have applied themselves. Yeah, we could be sitting here with more points for sure because of, I think against Swansea, our performance was really good. We certainly didn't deserve to lose. And likewise against Blackpool, we were punished for switching off. So, yeah, fine margins, but we know that already. I'm just looking for us to make sure that we fulfil our potential this year, and that is the most important thing. I think we are performing at a much better and more consistent standard, and that's something which is very important for us.
So it's fair to say it's wrong for people to look at our results and judge us on those alone at this point?
No, I'm not saying that. People always judge you on whatever criteria they want to judge you on, and ultimately it's about winning games. We've not won enough. We haven't done for a long time. So I'm aware of that. You've asked me what I think about the team and how we are developing, and I'm pretty pleased with certain areas of it, but of course we've got to turn performances into results. That's what it's about. Yeah.
This will be your first Severnside derby with Bristol City. You know, fans look forward to this one as much as any other one, perhaps more so. Are you expecting a competitive reflection on the pitch?
I know it will be. Mick was at our game against Swansea, so I like Mick a lot. I think I've got a lot of respect for him. He's set his side up to be very difficult to beat. They've got some good players too. So I know, and we know what to expect. It will be a tough game. Having said that, I'm sure he will have seen us play and know that we have our threats too. So it should be competitive. You always expect these types of games to be a tough physical battle, but I think what's important as well is that we are still able to play our own way too. You know, we've got some good footballers some good technicians, and I think it's important that we don't try and beat them at their own game. We try and beat them doing our own thing, and that's the most important thing. But we'll certainly be asked lots of questions physically and in terms of bravery, both on the ball but also dealing with the physical side of it.
When it comes to derbies, is it something you relished as a player, as a manager, or is it about managing maybe yourself not to go overboard on the occasion?
Well, look, inside how I feel is different to how I would probably want to be seen to be doing things. So I think that the sides who are always the most successful in derbies are the ones who can say the right things to the fans. Of course they mean a lot, but actually they've got to be able to, players have to be able to play in the moment. So it's actually playing the game, not the occasion. And I know fans probably don't always want to hear that, but that's how you win them. It's detaching yourself from the emotional side of it and being able to perform. The bottom line is that players, every game that they play, you know, when people talk about getting up for a big game, you shouldn't have to get up for any game. And that's the emotion. You shouldn't have to fight to motivate yourself for any time that you play. And I think what you find is the more experienced players or the better players are able to have a sort of steady awareness of what any game presents, and that's the most important thing. So yeah, I expect the players to be able to deliver on a day like the game against Cardiff as I would against any other team. And I'm not going to name teams because I don't want to sort of pigeonhole teams by what other people might say the relevance to them. It's every game that you play is really tough. I mean, you see Cardiff against Peterborough, and they scored in the 6th minute of added time. Peterborough really played very, very well against them. And yeah, I don't know what people's expectations of what Peterborough will be this year, but I know, knowing Darren, they'll be a good side.
And just finally, I want to ask about how the squad are looking. A week on from Swansea, fitness-wise, where are the squad at this point?
They're okay. I mean, availability, we're very happy with availability in terms of picking injuries up. Yeah, you're always going to get knocks as you go through the season. I would expect us to get knocks because I want us to play with a lot of aggression. So yeah, we're doing okay, and the players who are currently not available, by the time the transfer window shuts and the international break's over, they'll be available. So yeah, we're okay in that regard. What we do need to do is start getting more wins, and what a great place to go and try and do that.
In front of a backed-out away end as well.
Yeah, so we need to deliver for them as we tried to do, and fortunately did do against Reading. But look, we need, every game's different, but every game's different in terms of the opponent, but what we have to do is have this consistency of performance ourselves and have that internal drive to be able to produce. It's as simple as that for me.